Okay, so in your kit, you've gotten a pom-pom and you've gotten a set of Google Eyes. And that's all that's in your kit. So the book, you're going to need to find a book, and we'll go over the different types of that. You're also going to need either a hot glue gun and some glue sticks or some crafty tacky glue. And lastly, you're going to need a pair of scissors. So let me move some of this stuff out of the way and we'll go over the different types of books. So first of all, you're going to need a book that's at least 200 pages. Don't get one like this. It's very thin and it's only like 120 pages. This won't work. This one is very thick. It's like 670 pages. Unless you want to be folding all day, which this craft you can do some, come back another day, finish it off. But this one will take you a very, very long time to fold, so I would not recommend that. This is a good size book that you're going to need. Just get a paperback, any kind of paperback. You can buy them at thrift stores, dollar stores. You can even come into the library and get them. They're only like 25 cents a piece, so they're very affordable. This one has 148 pages plus the extra pages in the back, so you're looking about 156 pages. So that's a good size that you're going to need to work with, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're going to take about 12 pages out of the book. So just fold it over, and that's where your scissors are going to come in, and you're going to cut out those pages, okay? If you have an X-Acto knife, you can also cut it out with that. It's not going to make a difference in the structure of the hedgehog, but we do need these extra pages for the details of the hedgehog, okay? Okay, so we're taking those and we're going to put them to the side, okay? And you can see it left this little score part. That's not going to matter because we're going to glue that down, okay? So take your book and about midway through, start bending and try to break that spine. And go about a quarter, do it again. And about a quarter to the front. And do it again. And I know, you're a librarian, how can you tear up a book? Sometimes we do things for art. So once your spine is broken, then it will stay open for you, okay? So we're going to start at the beginning. Now I'm going to show you a couple of pages as we go through, and then we'll fast forward through the rest of it, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to take your book, you're going to fold it halfway down. So we have the book, we folded the page halfway down, and then we're going to take the two corners and we're going to fold them back to the middle of the page. And the same thing with that, okay? Now let me give that a little pressure to make sure it sticks really well. Okay, and then you're going to push this over, and you're going to continue with the rest of them. Just fold it halfway down. So you can see it's halfway, and then we take that corner and bring it in, and take this corner and bring it in, and then fold it, and then you're going to continue until you have finished the book, okay? Okay, so we're coming to the last page. We're going to continue folding like we always have. And so far, all we've used is our hands making this, and we're fixing to get to the part where we're going to need some glue and stuff. So, that is your little hedgehog. That's his little body. I'll give you some different views of them. So we still have the cover of the book. That's where we're going to cut it out, and we're going to glue stuff, and we're going to glue it down. So right now I'm going to draw a little outline, and it doesn't have to be perfect. You're just trying to get the outline of the page, so that way whenever we cut it, you can cut away that cover of the book. Okay, so as we're cutting it, because we don't want any of this to show, we're going to cut on the inside of the line, not the outside. Okay, so we get our scissors, and it doesn't have to be perfect. You just want to cut enough of the book away so it's not going to show on your little hedgehog. Okay, now at this point in time, you can use Elmer's glue, you can use craft glue, you can use hot glue, which is what I'm going to use. Any kind of glue will work. The cover that's him set gives him a little firmness to his body. Okay, kind of like your spine gives on your back. That's what we're doing with him, is giving him a little firmness to hold them together. So we're gonna get a little glue, and it doesn't have to be a lot. And we're just sticking it, and you're only sticking the first page. You're not sticking all of these pages together. You're only sticking that first page down. And if it's still a little bit, you can go back with your scissors and cut that little extra off. But really, you're not going to notice it that much. But just, if you're OCD like me and need that cut, go ahead and give it a cut. And then get this one. A little cut. Scissors do not want to go up in there. Alright, so now I'm going to give this side a little glue. And I'm only sticking that one piece down. Clean up my junk. So, this is our little hedgehog. Now, in your kit, you got the nose, the pom-pom for the nose, and you got the little eyes. Okay, so we're going to glue the pom-pom on the nose. And we're going to just take it and stick it right there at the end. And it's a fuzzy little pom-pom. Okay, and then we're going to take our eyes, and we're going to try to look and see approximately where we want the eyes. You know, your eyes, your center of your forehead, down the center of your face, down your nose. So your eyes would be just offset of that. Okay, so put that one right there. Come back here. And you can see where I dropped it. So if that happens to you, it'll just pull off. So you can just pull it off. So, if you like your hedgehog the way it is, a very smooth body, leave them that way. I like my hedgehog a little spiky, so we're going to add spikes to them, okay? So those extra pieces of paper that I had you cut out a while ago, before we got started, we're going to cut them in half, and then so that it ends up 2 rectangles, and then we're going to cut it in half again, but this time we're going to cut a zigzag. So we're going to cut. Alright. So now we have 4 pieces of paper, and you're going to go in, and you can use glue to hold it in, or you can just set it in there. It doesn't really go anywhere, so it's up to you if you want to add a little glue or if you just want to stick it in. I'm just going to stick mine in, okay? So, with those, we're going to do a couple of these ahead, and then that pen wants to walk off. We're going to do a couple of these ahead, and then we're going to come back and start putting them in there, okay? So as we're going along, I would go every other one, not every single one. So it's really up to you how much you want your how much you want your hedgehog to be a little pokey and have little spikes. Okay. And I did them at different patterns, different widths, so that way they wouldn't all be the same and lined up the same. You want them different sizes and different levels. So we've come to the end of his pokey little body. Now we're going to add the ears, and that is the last thing we have to do. So you want to try to find a piece that doesn't have much writing on it, and that little strip right there will work just fine. We're going to cut out a little piece like this, and we're going to fold it just at the tip and then fold it back down, so it's kind of like that. So whenever we glue it, we're only gluing this part right here into the spot, okay? So get this one cut. Ear's going to be bigger than the other. Okay. So we take his ears, and we take a little bit of glue, and all you need is just a little bit, like a little dot. That's all you need. And then take your little ear, and then push the other one right against it. Give it a couple little seconds to hold, and then spread his ear back out. Okay, and that's his little ear, and we're going to do the same for the other side. There it went. Sorry about that. There is your Hedgehog Book folding. So I hope you had fun making your Hedgehog Book folding. Next week we'll be doing our Hummingbird mosaic. Remember to continue to do your reading logs and get them turned in. That way you can be entered into our weekly drawing and also our grand prize drawing. We only have 2 weeks left, so make sure you're getting those done. Thanks. Bye.